This week on Camera Talk, we're going to be talking about this little baby right here. Because Dylan decided he doesn't want to do a Camera Talk with us this week.
I don't like your jerk-off face, I don't like your jerk-off behavior, and I don't like you, jerk-off.
So again, we're doing it alone. And what are we talking about? This is a Voigtländer Nokton 40mm 1.2. Now this is in an M mount, so I can load it onto my Leica M9 or M10, either one. But most likely the M10 because it's a 40mm and Leica doesn't have a 40mm frame line in their rangefinder. So you'll probably be using live view for this one. But is it any good?
Yes!
According to rumors it is. So why don't you grab yourself something to eat or drink, get yourself comfortable, and we'll find out together. So let's get it on.
Here I am, Vietnam. Rain is always coming down.
This is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott. And the other one formerly known as Dylan, but he's outside. Again, another week of Dylan not wanting to play along with Daddy, not wanting to do a Camera Talk. We're going to have to do something about that boy. Anyway, what are we here for this week? Well, we're talking about one of my favorite alternative Leica lenses. This is a Voigtländer Nokton 40mm 1.2. Yes! And it's in an M mount. They also come in an E mount for Sony. So I can actually load it on my Sony, even though I can load it on my Sony anyway with a M to NEX adapter, which I do. I use this on my Sony as well. But this is about as close to a Leica quality lens as you're gonna get from Voigtländer. Now,
get the fuck out of here.
there's many other Voigtländers that you can use on your Leica M systems, but this 40mm 1.2 is kind of special. Special, that's right.
Well, isn't that special?
So we're gonna have a look at that today. Now this lens has been around the block and back a few times. It's gone with me on a number of trips and a number of occasions, and I've always had good results with it. So that's why, again, it's one of my favorites. Now it's 40mm, kind of an odd number, yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it's wider than normal because normal is the 50-ish, right? But it's longer than wide, which is 35 and below. So it's kind of in that weird gray zone, twilight zone.
A dimension of sight, a dimension of mind.
It's almost like when you're crossing the border into another country. That time when you're actually crossing that border into the customs area, you're actually in that gray zone where you're not in this country, but you're not in that country either. You're in the middle of nowhere land. That's what 40mm is.
What you talking about, doctor?
Sort of, kind of. But anyway, it's a cool focal length, that's for sure. And on APS-C, it's closer to 60, which again is an odd kind of a number outside of the normal range. And it's worth it though. I mean, it's one of Cosina's crowning achievements, so to speak. And when I say that's because Cosina in Japan is the one who manufactures Voigtländer, as well as Carl Zeiss lenses for Leica mounts and so forth and so on. So anyway, it's cool. Its construction is 8 elements in 6 groups. Its close focus is pretty decent, 35 35 centimeters, you know, it's not bad. It has 10 blades. So they're not round, but it does keep its roundish shape all the way through the range. So that's decent. And it's 420 grams, so it's not light, but again, it's all metal, and it's as I said, it's got 8 elements in it, so it's got a decent amount of glass, and it's pretty compact, which is kind of what we like on our Leica bodies. You know, something that's compact, something that's discreet, so when you're out there on the street, you know, taking pictures, taking photos here and there, it's like a habit. I went to reach for the focus tab, and there is none on this one. Duh. This one's a focus ring, just like your standard other lenses on other models. But anyway, it's speaking of its aperture ring, you know, it starts at f1.2, goes all the way to f22, and it's got 1/3 stops as it comes along. So it goes 1.2, 1.4, 1.8, then 2, and so on and so on and so on, all the way up the range. So very nice. The clicks are smooth. Everything's well built. I mean, this is like silky smooth focus ring. It's great colors. Another attribute. The bokeh, sweet. You know,
with rich, smooth, buttery bokeh.
Something you would expect from a Leica-ish type of lens is having nice bokeh, and of course bokeh is just the quality of the out of focus background, for those who may or may not know. It's got pretty short focus throw from 1/2 meter to infinity, so it's not even all the way around. It's like a 180 turn on it, which is nice. That's the way I like it myself. I know some people like long focus throws. Twist, 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 twist to get where you're going, but I like them. I like them like this. And the shorter the better for this.
That's how you use it.
Anyway, if you look at the feedback on this from like B&H, their Sony mount, that E mount, gets a 4.5 out of 5 rating. The M mount gets 5.5 out of 5. And everybody knows Steve Huff, right? Our good friend Steve Huff.
It's a bad lens.
Camera Talk subscriber. He, claims also through his testing that the M mount is actually a better version than the E mount. Speaking of mounting, speaking of versions.
You must tie her down on a bed and spank her. You must spank her well, and after you have spanked her, you may deal with her as you like, and then spank me. And spank me? And me? And me? Yes, you must give us all a good spanking.
The E mount. So the M mount is better. And hey, what can you say? It also has 2 aspheric lenses inside, which corrects for spherical aberrations, clarity, resolution. You know, it's sharpness. So it's sharp, but it's not clinical sharp. It's sharp enough, as they say. So let's give you a sample, as I usually do. I shoot these videos with a Canon M50. And what I do is I focus in on the nameplate on the end of the 15 to 45 kit lens that's on the camera, and I see how sharp or how crisp I can get the writing on the end of the nameplate. So let me do that. Let me do wide open to start with. We'll do wide open, and whoop, see that short focuser went right past it. There we go, right there. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, then we'll do, what do you want to do? Let's do 5.6. That's usually what I do with all my other lenses as well. So let's see how we get with 5.6 right there. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that was at 1.2 and at 5.6. So you can see the difference in the quality of the results due to the aperture setting. And as always, how about we get some, even though Dylan's not here, we'll get you some shots of Dylan. So here's Dylan at 1.2. Playing on Daddy's bed. As little kids seem to love the parents' bed more than their own. So maybe it's springier.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And how about Dylan at, what did I get him at? Was it at 5.6? I think. So 5.6. Obviously a little sharper, a little more stuff in focus. So, what do you think? Looks pretty good, huh? Dylan looks all cute and everything as always. Well, how about some random stuff? You know, so taking shots with this lens of things other than Dylan to give you more of a real world feel for what this lens can do. So obviously outdoor stuff is more the thing. So trees and flowers and fences and picnic tables and maybe other little kids or other people, maybe black and white. Again, just to show you a variety of what this lens can do. So here's our random stuff at f whatever. So what do you think of that? Right? Looks all right, right? Yeah, looked pretty good. So, can we recommend this lens? Freaking A, yeah. Yes! It's a good lens. As I said, it's my favorite Voigtländer of the, what do I have? 4 of them, I think.
At least we're not fucking idiots.
We'll have to check that out, check the stats. So anyway, yeah, it's my favorite. If you get one, I'm sure you'll find it's one of your favorites as well. It's a cool lens. And other than that, so yeah, I recommend that you get it. So how about you, while you're here, how about you support our channel, right? I say ours because I include Dylan in this, even though Dylan's outside listening to me doing this without him being here.
I'm a fucking artist. I'm sensitive as shit.
So how about you subscribe? Subscribe. 3rd time's a charm, right? Subscribe. That's right. What does YouTube like besides subscribers?
And now for something completely different.
They like the thumbs up, right? So you give us a thumbs up, we'll give you a taste of the thumbs up girls. Are you ready? You think you're ready? I don't think so. Thumbs up. Do 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 do. Thumbs up. Aren't they cute? That's right. They're cute. Hey, are you in the market for some photo editing software?
No.
You should. Straight out of camera, they're okay. But you can handle a little tweak here and there. AI is the latest, greatest thing out there on the market, right? And I don't mean AI as in, oh, I want to put a picture of my mom, or have my mom stand behind me even though she's, 3,000 miles away. This is all about just tweaking a little bit of shadow here, clarity there, sparkle in the eye here, white in the teeth maybe, that kind of stuff. AI can just do it to you quick, instead of you having to play constantly with all the different sliders and take hours to do a freaking one single photo. I don't want to spend time doing that. So what do I use? I use Luminar. That's right. Luminar Neo is their latest, greatest one, and it's full of AI. I have Luminar AI, and I have Luminar 4, I have Luminar 3, but that Neo is Luminar AI and Luminar 4 married together and came up with Neo. So anyway, it's economical. It's under $100. If you want to save $10, who doesn't want to save $10, right? There's a link in the description below. If you click on that, it takes you straight to Skylum, the company who produces this software, who's in Ukraine, by the way, having to deal with the Putin. And you know how crappy that would be, right? So it also helps support, this company getting bombed and crap while they're producing this software. So anyway, once it's yours for life. Free upgrades and everything else along the way. It's got spot and dust removal. So if you got little, if you're not taking care of your sensor very well, you don't clean it, you're gonna end up getting dust or water condensation, build up on there, you get little spots. And if you're taking pictures of things like you're at the beach and there's a flock of seagulls, and you take that picture and then you look at it and you go, wow, I see the seagulls, but I see all these weird spots too in there. What the hell are those? Well, you click on the software that says spot dust removal, and it will analyze your photo and tell the difference between spots and a flock of seagulls. Well, no, the other flock of seagulls, but it'll still be able to figure out the difference between them and remove the spots for you. Well, that's pretty cool, yeah? Without you having to click, and erase, see if you got them all or not. And it won't erase your birds. How about power line removal? Nobody likes power lines in their photos, right? Here you got a picture of some hot babe on the beach. Again, let's go back to the beach. And you're standing closer to the water, and she's further back on the beach, up near the hot dog stand, and there's these power lines going through the top of her head. No, you don't want that. AI can remove those for you without you having to brush out anything. And now you're left with just the hot babe.
Fat woman, my ass!
All right. It has many other different AI types of things too, but so I recommend you get yourself a copy of Luminar. All right. So with that said, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to really talk about this week. So who are we? Well, I'm Dr. Scott. He's Dylan.
I'm Batman.
And together we are Modesty Photography. We're here to talk about tips and tricks about photography, lenses, cameras, techniques. Which just last week I was talking about cleaning my top core. This one here. I also chipped the glass on it. Dumbass I am.
Idiot.
So anyway, we're here for all of that. Now, Well, why should you come back next week? So you may have nothing to do, but still, you should come back because you belong here. That's right, you belong here. That's what I tell my students at school. And where is here? Well, this is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and Dylan. That's right. He's out there. I can hear him out there playing. He's playing loudly to let himself be known that he's still here in spirit. So anyway, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for buying a copy of Luminar through our link. And thank you for just being you. I think that was all I wanted to say. We do one of these every Friday, so remember that's Vietnam time. Depending on where you are in the world, that could be the day before us, the day after us, or the same day as us. Just depends on your funky time warp. So anyway, thanks for dropping by, and we'll see you next week. All right, you're free to go. Bye-bye.
Here I am.